I've no interest in politics.
And the Zerican market, Princess Ada.
We need only raise taxes.
Cheese is most exquisite with a red SS Toussaint. The nobles were hit hardest by the plague.
I don't belong here.
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Get up!
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duty. That cheating dwarf is here. A Redanian spy, a witch, and a mutant. Disgraceful.
Get out of my Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
Duet, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine, Witcher. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
Get out of my sight, freak.
Geralt,
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgermeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests. Geralt, have you...
Taller? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honorable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be...
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honored. Whatever...
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to...
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
Luvarden has excellent taste.
Get out of my sight.
You shall be summoned when I need you.
The nobles were hit hardest by the plague.
I'll be with you shortly. Give us a
I'm
moment.
busy now.
Welcome to Lord Luvarden's feast.
That cheating dwarf is here.
Why did they all tell us they dislike Luvarden?
Princess Ada is here.
No money. We need only raise taxes.
I love this tune.
Just listen. Morton did at the tournaments. Remind me. Arrive on horseback in full armor, all polished and neat. Morton hugged his steel on his knees and knelt. And then he pulled himself up. Horse and all.
Why are you...
Huh? I...
In that box?
Point for you.
The wine does taste watered down.
I found some liquor.
Gladly. I knew a witcher. Peasants
Curses.
He speak.
I broke my vow. I swore.
A heron.
Nonsense. Tala hired me to come incognito to the...
You blew it.
No scene, please. This ring will get you.
I want to ask...
No.
About the... Shh.
I could use some...
Does the princess have strange...
How would I? I've not spoken to Ada without one of those bastards from the...
Any strange...
You're awfully clear.
I'm not asking out of...
Our sweet princess is completely normal.
Is she aggressive?
On occasion, but not unusual for a spoiled damsel.
What?
Well,
Spit it.
she needs a man to give her a proper lay.
Right.
Must...
Later.
Buy low,
They cannot
sell
expect
high.
us to stand
Rejoice in the
on
profits and make the books look legal.
Be nice.
Get out of my sight, freak.
Witcher, you may approach. Duet, fetch me some wine.
Your Highness.
We may speak freely now. Geralt, tell me about witchers, and please,
What are you asking, milady?
what is your view on politics? To me, politics is...
Not in time.
But look around the room. People whispering in each other. Tongues, tongues, tongues. Never mind. Back to our... You see, Witcher. Politic, it begins with foreplay, glances, conversations. Behold that witch with Leuwarden. Now look to our noble Erkin and the courtiers. The dance grows. Then, one is consumed by the desire to come together roughly, like animals. Finally, one is left with sad, passionless copulation. We are adults, Geralt. We both know the desire.
You may be right, Your Highness. Power, sex, power, they both come down to one thing. Fucking others. May I ask you a question?
Go on.
What is the king's stance on this topic? I mean politics.
Dull? I have grown hungry, and there is naught worth eating at this feast. I tire of partridge tongues and cab. I will answer your ever so dull question if you bring me what I most...
I shall return short. What does the...
Find me a stronger drink.
Will do. Relax, Burgermeister.
I'm listening. Ah, much better. The princess had a hard childhood. It left her with a penchant for raw meat.
I see.
Tala's angry. His intelligence agents scour the realm to fetch her treats.
Thanks. Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved.
It's a sign of the times. New customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic. Someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked.
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight.
Tala the Fence does not...
Taller the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our...
Who's this enemy? Who wants to...
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Who exactly are you?
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders.
A highly placed...
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after...
Both.
Care to
They robbed me and killed a friend. They're criminal, evil. Salamandra upsets the balance.
Got it. Thank you for being...
Who exactly is
That Nilfgaardian dog is a mere pawn. I cannot fathom why Ada tolerates...
Explain.
Like most knights of the Order, he worries his dick's too small. So he gets aggressive whenever something scares him. Our princess has some weaknesses, but stupidity is not...
Maybe the princess has a game of her own?
Then she should choose better allies. Unlike chess, this game claims love.
Is Luvar...
I need to get Erkin a private meeting with him. At present, his intentions are a pure riddle.
To me, too.
Really?
What do you mean?
Your friend seems to get along famously with Livarden. For two strange...
I trust Trit.
I suppose you know her better than I, but don't say I didn't warn you. Regarding Livarden, we know he heads some transnational organization of merchants, bankers, and other wealthy folk.
Why do you want to draw me into a game that doesn't concern me?
This game concerns you more than you imagine. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the conflict between the Order and the scoia'tael? You mean to tell me you don't care? What about your lover, Triss Merigold?
That's private. I want to destroy...
Salamandra has a patron. Someone in this room, or one known here. You're up to your ears in this, Wolf, whether you like...
Excuse me. Any idea what the princess's favorite dish might be?
We have to know shit like that. As special agents.
Calm down. What's the date?
Tala does nothing for free. Go to the next room and fetch the letter from the box.
But...
Then I'll tell you...
Smoothly. Here's the letter.
You'd make a fine aid. I exaggerate. A goat would be just a...
Start talking.
Catoblepus.
What?
Some time ago, this maniac, who looked a lot like you, arrived in Vizima claiming that nothing surpasses finely prepared Catoblepus meat.
You're joking.
Not a bit. Since then, my men have been hunting Catoblepus throughout the continent in secret. At market, it costs more than a good whore.
How's the meat prepared?
That's the Burgermeister's business. I smuggle in catoblepus, but I wouldn't know how to cook.
Get out of my sight, freak.
Geralt.
Ah, this is important.
What's important?
Ada knows something. I think I can...
Real.
That spoiled little vixen, well, she wants some catoblepus. Rare...
Are you kidding?
No. Triss, could you conjure up something, please?
Sorcery at parties is considered very...
I'll create a distraction.
I'll do better myself. Catoblepus.
Thank you, Triss.
You know I can conjure up orgasms.
I think I prefer traditional methods. I'll find...
Do you have something?
Steak tartare of catoblepus. Raw meat with a pinch of pepper and an uncooked yolk.
You know how to please a woman.
It is an honor to serve you, Your Highness.
I shall grant you a private audience. Come to my alcove in 5 minutes. We shall dabble in politics.
Get out of my sight, freak.
Not so hasty. Finally.
As you command.
I should think so.
Geralt, I spoke with Declan.
And?
The two of you should talk.
What's so worthy of my time?
Don't be so quick to judge. He'll make you an offer. One I think you should accept.
Sure you're not using me as one of your...
Only in bed, Witcher. Only in bed.
Not finding this...
Anything more interesting? At home, Geralt.
What is it?
The old saying goes, any enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Get to the point.
Geralt, I urge you to change your tone. Listen to what...
Let me guess. You have dirty work needs doing and thought a witcher with amnesia perfect for the job.
Exactly. Will you help destroy Salamandra?
I'll help, but it hardly means we're friends.
Wonderful. It's as we've heard. All secret societies need gold. Fistek yields the largest profits for Salamander. Our spies say there's a new Salamander camp in the swamps. The herbs are harvested, then conducted to
a swamp and slump.
We're confident you can destroy both camps. If you discover papers, evidence...
Yes, sir. Permission to commence mission, sir.
Both camps are new, without sure defenses. A simple matter for you. The Salamanders would slaughter groups of...
Much simpler to sacrifice one witcher.
See me tomorrow if you need help. Triss obtained this formula especially for you.
Out of the pan into the oven, then the fire, and now the Witcher.
Witcher, reveal yourself as an honest man or a coward.
What do you want, Duet?
That scoundrel Taller. He refuses to abide by a royal edict.
What edict?
The royal edict bearing the very seal of our merciful ruler Foltest that strips him of his position. By the authority vested in me, etc., etc., Taller is hereby dismissed.
And Taller objects?
Yes. Show yourself a real
Damn lies! The edict is a fake! This dickless, brainless, sellout zealot burns to see me eliminated!
Silence, lice-ridden scab! You will hang, traitor. Geralt, bring me that pledge.
Taller walks.
You will regret this, Witcher.
Thanks for...
You best disappear for...
Good idea, but I must speak...
Later. I need to...
Fine. Meet me at the new Narracourt.
Greeting.
Get up.
Lovely inn. You must host me.
True, though not many since this state of...
Any other interesting customers?
You are nosy. Terrible fault. I have a terrible fault too. I knew we'd agree. I've got nothing against gossiping about my customers now.
I'm listening.
These suspicious types have been coming here for a while. The soldiers ignore them.
I gather they wear salamander symbols.
You know them.
Ever listen in?
They speak softly. I've heard very little.
I'm sure they've said something interesting.
I overheard them talking about a password to an underground complex. Or was it a workshop?
What was the password?
One said the word Thorn.
Thanks for the information. Bye.
Terrible times.
We meet again, Witcher.
Worked out that way, I guess.
I suppose I should thank you for saving my ass.
I'm still not sure it was smart to tangle with Duet.
Of course it was, provided you have Temeria's well-being at heart.
What do you mean?
There's something afoot.
You forget I'm a simple witcher.
It's like this. Before the king departed, he placed Vizima in my care. See?
Seems authentic. During my absence, I entrust you with...
I know you can read, Witcher, but notice both the king's seal and his signature.
I see. That isn't on the other edicts.
A seal can be stolen, but a signature is difficult to forge.
So the royal edicts are fakes?
Exactly.
Shit!
Who wants to know?
I have a message from mutual friends. Don't meddle in affairs that do not concern you.
I have a message for these mutual friends.
Go on.
Tell them we'll meet soon.
They'll be ready. I should give him an IOU.
Serving the crown.
I'll be damned if you walk away from my shop dissatisfied.
Oh. Princess Ada was once a Striga. Though the curse was undone, she still shows a wild streak.
A witcher completes this mess.
Well...
I said 200! Sorry, I mistook you for someone else.
What are you...
Previously, I dealt in farm tools.
How may I...
I'd like...
Fetch.
What's the...
I dislike...
What do you want?
A precious stone. I'll see what I can...
Wouldn't mind a drink?
Yeah?
I think your brother may be looking for you.
What? No! I have no family.
You sure?
Entirely. This is my home. My sisters of the night.
I must be mistaken.
Yes?
Never mind. Take care.
We only serve the higher class people, sweetheart.
You wish...
Take.
I work too much. My, that's a large sword.
Yes?
I'd like...
With pleasure. Shove off, bum.
I'd like to...
With nice bauble, but I've always enjoyed sapphires, my eye colour. Yeah.
I'd like...
With nice bauble, but I've always enjoyed sapphires, my eye colour.
The neighborhood has lost charm since they let her out.
The catalyst worked. An explosion nearly threatened, but once again the Zeracanian masters are shoveling manure.
I had an itch in my nose.
Take care. No
But I didn't
Still here?
What do you...
I'm developing a philosopher's stone. I'll share with you the gold obtained from the transmutation of lead and throw in free the guarantee of eternal youth.
Seriously?
I'm from the University of Oxenford. They hired me to improve the composition of the steel in arms production.
Too brittle?
Too expensive. It's nearly iron and very...
Do you have...
I'm a scholar, not an...
Isn't alchemy...
Rubbish. Magic and alchemy will disappear from the world. Science...
My friend Kalkstein...
Kalkstein? We laugh at his pseudo-scientific mumbling. Did you peruse his metamorphoses? Hogwash, written in cloudy language meant to disguise the author...
Metamorphoses?
Can you imagine such insanity?
Kalkstein denies that all substances are codependent. His hypothesis pertains to primary substance...
What a fool idea to divide
Primary substances...
Even Kalkstein wouldn't promulgate such rubbish.
Seriously? What do you... I'm too brittle.
To it.
Do you... Isn't that...
Rob.
My friend...
Count.
Kalkstein denied...
What a fool!
Secondary substances don't appear of themselves. The distinction...
I won't dwell further. Simply put, by what miracle can the codependence of primary substances predicate the possibility of animating inanimate matter if in this so-called spiral of pseudo-life only 5 substances find place while coexistence presupposes the presence of 6?
After transmutation, substances continue to attach and detach from the chain. There are...
True. Why didn't I think of that? I wasted a year in seminar. The solution was obvious.
Have I convinced you about Kalkstein?
Not so fast. One more...
Yes?
What practical application can Kalkstein...
According to Kalkstein's theories, you could construct a golem.
True. I must find my
Good luck.
I never suspected you harbored such intelligence.
Thank you. Till now.
Albedo?